Air. It's way too early for the fake. This that real game for real bros. No decaf, no cap. Welcome to Shogun Bros, no decaf. Live every weekday, 6:30 in the morning, Central Time. Did you hear what I said? Central Time. We talk dogs, bloodline building to yard work, from stud talk to the truth behind the pups. This ain't no highlight reel. It's how you really build legacy. Shogun Bros, no decaf. Pull up, pull up, handle yours. This ain't just content. It's culture. Welcome to the cookout with Toyo, where family vibes meet front porch truth. No scripts, no filters, just heart, heat, and hot plates. Ooh. Step up with elevated perspective, with elevated game for grown men and women building mind, spirit, and vision. And men at work with pimps over simps. Choice. Real convos, no cap, all purpose for the men behind the mission. 3 shows, 1 network, all gas, no decaf. Put no creamer in my man. Look, Shogun Unlimited, man. Press play and get man. Come on, press play, press play.
Yes, sir. We in it. We in it.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. So,
second. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I think I'm gonna make a phone call if y'all are cool with it. I was gonna say it to Dre, but we got a little caught up. So, I think I'm gonna make a phone call and see about a sponsorship for us. See what the deal, what they could do with it is, because I know a company that would do that. A lot of these companies, if we called them and asked, they would be open to doing stuff like that. The thing is, like, from my experience with the race cars, right? Most of these people ask for sponsorships. They're, you know what I mean? They call and contact, like, look, I'm looking for sponsorships. So, we might have to try a little bit of that. Maybe get dog food sponsor, maybe get a collar sponsor, maybe get, get a couple things in there that people could really use. And I mean, even if it's not your brand of dog food, you can give it a shot. It ain't gonna hurt nothing to switch your dog's food a little bit. As long as you ain't buying one kind of food this week, one kind of food next week, one kind of food the next week, and switching it like that, that's a problem. But if you just switched it for a little while, who cares? Especially if it was sponsorship. It's worth giving I like to try different stuff. People recommend me things. I love for people to recommend me stuff because I'll try it. I don't care if it's not, if it's not certain requirements, but I'll try most of it. It ain't that big of a deal. I've had them for long enough. My dogs can eat different kinds of stuff. Like I've seen them eat expensive food. I've purposely fed them the cheapest shit I could buy. Like, just to see. Like, I ain't really seen much of a difference. Mine hold weight pretty good. They're pretty consistent, so I've never really felt that was necessary. Because, like, back in the day, I used to, when I was conditioning, I gave vitamins. I fed every dog on the yard vitamins, like, all this stuff. Like, and I mean, I never really see much of a difference when I switched. So, I just don't know if I ever need that. But, so one thing today we're going to talk about is how to keep hard keepers. So, to me, a hard keeper is one that it don't hold weight very good. It's so active, it's hard to keep weight on it. It could be an excessive digger, which I don't really care too much about that, but it's just that could fall under the category. It could be a dog that chews on its house, chews on its food bowls, water bowls, yanks on the chain. They could even like hit the chain too hard at the end. They could hammer, like they could always be digging and get hung up on roots all the time. Like there's tons of different things as far as outside dogs that could be a hard keeper. And then inside dog would be like, that's more where I want Big A to give his perspective because he's raised Michonne in the house, And then I've raised a lot of dogs out on chains and in kennels. So we kind of get both sides of the spectrum. And I mean, I've had inside dogs, but my expertise is outside dogs on chains and kennels. So I would think one that itches itself a lot because of anxiety, one that don't hold weight because it could walk a lot in the kennel or even around the house. It could be very active. One that don't drink a lot of water for some reason. That could be a hard keep inside. Or drinks too much water because then it's going to use the bathroom all the time. A dog that's hard to potty train. Like there's several different things that would fall under a hard keeper inside. There's remedies to some of these things as far as you could do with training and like physical handling that can set the dog up to not do certain things, you know. And sometimes dogs will do habits that they develop. If they develop a habit you don't like, you got to switch their life. Like me and Big A was talking about on the episode the other day. You got to make the life change to make the actual change. So, like, say I had one that chews on its doghouse all the time, I'll put it in a kennel, and for some reason, just on the house, and my kennels, the dog houses are on the inside of them, so they could still have access to it, but for some reason they change. They don't chew on it no more. They get more calm. Sometimes they just get worked up, and like that's if I work in my dogs a lot. My dogs don't do nothing like that through the winter. They don't chew on no barrels or bowls or mess with none of that. Another thing is like if you don't have concrete food bowls, they can push the bowl around. They could chew on their bowl and kind of like crush the bowl up. That's a hard keeper to me. So I always took concrete and made concrete bowls so that they can't destroy them, and they don't even mess with them most of the time. They don't even move them. I don't have to chase a food bowl to go and feed them. Try to find all the food bowls. They're always where I set them at. Certain things like that we can do to make handling these dogs a lot easier on us. Like, there's a lot of little techniques that as you go through handling and taking care of dogs, you pick up on and you won't even think about it until somebody else is around and you do it, and they're like, huh, I never thought of it that way. And you're like, you just figured out the fastest, easiest way to do it. That's what our brain likes to do. You know, some of us, our brains make us do it the hard way. But a method I always use is the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Because, or I've even heard it, keep it stupid, simple. So, just keep everything basic down to almost like a factory working routine when you're doing some of these things, and you can keep your eye on everything, and it's not as hard. Like hard keepers. I check my chains every day. I pet my dogs. I look at my chains. It's just part of my routine. I turn them around, check them for ticks and everything. Just part of my messing with them. The first altercation of the day, that's what they get first thing. And then at night when I'm feeding them, I check them for ticks too because they're in the woods right here. And that's just me rubbing them down really good and soft and smooth. Just I do it every time, and like they're used to it. When I come walking up, they'll stand there and let me just rub them down real good, and then I can keep walking. Like, but that's something I've started more since I was up here. Like, I've moved. So my first dog yard was a big flat football field. Everybody's seen the yard tour video. If you haven't, you can go check it out on Dre's channel. But it was a flat field, so I did things a lot different than I do up here. Up here, it's on a mountain, more like Mountain Man's yard used to be, and there's certain things I have to do differently. All of them, they're concrete rims. I poured extra concrete in them to keep them from moving them at all. So they're all stationary where they'll be at. They're pretty heavy. I can pick them up still and move them, but they're pretty heavy. And I took concrete rims and taped the back and filled them full of concrete. Every one of them. Some of my dogs have 16 wide Chevy concrete rims for water bowls. That's the best thing I've ever done. As far as on chains, two of the best things I've ever done were the concrete food bowls and the concrete water bowls. The second thing that was the best I ever done was put the barrels on wooden stakes where they kind of float and they can't roll down the hill or nothing. So that my dogs never have access to or don't have access to a house. They always have access to water because they can't spill their water bowl. and when I feed them, they eat all their food. They don't spill it. Some hard keepers will mess with their food bowl, and it will cause them to spill all their food before they're even eating it, and then they eat it in dirt, and now they got dirt in their system, and that can affect them too. So like that's one thing. Like you can take and just keep your spray bottle, and you can clean the water bowls out every time. All you have to do is flip it. Uh, I used to take a trash can. I I would fill it up with water and bleach and have a lid on it, and I'd put all the concrete bowls in it and let them soak for a little while, and then I'd pull them out and set them in the sun, and or wash them off and then set them in the sun, and that would like sanitize them. I did that like once a week back at my other house. Uh, my other house had a lot of animals and stuff, so I've noticed there's a lot less animals, a lot less. I deal with parasites a lot less, but all that stuff for some reason, even though I'm in the woods. But there's a ton of like cats and stuff running around at the other house, so I always dealt with fleas. I ain't even got a flea problem this year, so at all. And I mean, I did the precautions, but so like some of these things that might make a dog a hard keep could even be the environment that they're at. Like there's two dogs that were hard keeps at my other house, but they're not here. Judge, he was a hard keep at my other house, but he's not here. I got him nice and fat. Jarvis is the same way. He was athletic. He was always working, always running and doing stuff. So it's made him. He's sitting right there just chilling. Like they can hear the creek. So me changing their environment changed a couple of them from hard keep. And then I had one that become a hard keeper. She started where she chewed on her food bowl and messed with it, even though it was concrete. So I had to give her a concrete rim instead of that, and now she don't mess with it. I just take away the possibility of them messing with stuff. And if they don't get to mess with it for a few generations, that trait will go away necessarily. Like they won't do it. Like I when I first moved up here, I busted all the concrete off of my metal food bowls so that I could reconcrete them, because when it flooded, they all got washed into one spot in my yard, and I just didn't trust that concrete, so I sanitized them and reconcreted them. And for like a week, they didn't have no concrete, and like they didn't even mess with the food bowls. They sat in their same spot. I was like really impressed. So, but I have one dog that I left it, and they're starting to mess with that bowl again. So it can come back, I guess. Is that Supreme in here? Oh, that's Big Hill. What's up, bro?
Salute, salute, gentlemen,
Shit, man.
salute.
I
Hey,
didn't know she was in here,
Big
dude.
Hill.
can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Clear as a bell.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to get see where we at with it, because you know, it's about the dogs and everything. So first
Yeah.
of all, first of all, salute your dogs, elevated, and salute the work.
Yeah, you too. I like your dogs, man.
Now, as far as I call out and everything,
Uh-huh.
I've been hearing things like we ain't got to make it that hard or nothing.
Yeah.
I understand where y'all coming from now, but like it was just simple to me. It was simple
Yeah.
to me. The thing was basically I was just trying to tell y'all, you know, that it's something called like full range of motion exercises. That was maybe I wasn't saying the shit right or whatever. And like I said, my words, I don't talk this shit good. I just do it. But basically, full range of motion exercises was I was trying to tell you guys, like just getting outside with your dog. I was trying to tell y'all the benefits of that besides using machines, versus using machines. Now, as far as where I come from, the call out was, I guess you didn't understand what I was saying, or you thought I was talking about you in some type of way when I was just explaining a way of exercising your dog. But anyway, the call out was basically like, you told me that you could get one in shape
Mm-hmm.
uh, better, I guess, better than what I could do walking. I don't know. But
You got quiet, Big
it was
Hill.
just about showing, I
There you
guess.
go.
I took it where as though you was gonna use the machines and I just was gonna walk my dogs,
Yeah.
and we was gonna show the dogs and let the people decide who's look better, or I that's all it was.
Yeah.
Like that's all it was. It wasn't no it wasn't a whole bunch of stipulations behind it. Now As we
So
get closer, I'm starting to hear like this confusion and all this type of shit or whatever. Like it ain't confusing at all. And
yeah,
far as,
okay. So
and I
me and you's on
understand.
the same
Listen,
page.
I understand where you're
For me
coming
and you.
from, far as in the future, how you want to do it. But you got to understand, an old man like me, and I kind of told y'all where I come at from with it, and just the type of dude I am in the area I'm in,
Mhm.
and the type of dogs I have. Me, it's a different type of conditioning. The conditioning that you're going to see that I put my two females in is going to be something that the average man could do every day with their dog, walking it and all that, and their dog can look just like these dogs going to show you, or even better, with good food and good bonding and walking your dog. And I'm sure yours is going to look top notch too because you use the machines. You know what I mean? I'm not. It's not a question, but the whole thing is uh what I want to say is, dang, y'all know I smoke. I smoke and I be,
Smoking that
but
good, 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 good.
Have
the,
you decided
the
which
whole
dog
thing
you're
is,
gonna?
no, this is what I want to say. A person like me, like bro, the type of animals I got, that's the best I could do you far as like I'm walking around, whatever. If I start using machines and all that shit, the type of animal that's gonna be coming outside is gonna cause too much attention for me.
You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
I'm just gonna
Whatever,
keep it real
whatever.
with you. And I can't even be putting on no get on this internet and put, I'm not even, the type of person that could put scales up on the YouTube with a dog and that type of shit anyway. I'm just not that type of person that could do that. I'm older and I'm just telling you, like you guys, big ups to y'all that y'all can do that. And that's what I want y'all to be able to do. But like somebody like me, doing something like that and then coming out with my animals, like it's going to cause too much attention. They're going to look the part, and I'm just basically not. Uh, what I'm conditioning my dogs for the digital dog show is more aesthetics, basically, because I'm not pacing them. That's why I wouldn't use no treadmill, because what do I need a pace for when I'm just basically showing the dog or whatever? I'm not doing no physical shit or whatever. Just got to look good. So, you know what I mean? And you can do this every day, have your dog healthy. Now, what I'm talking about is something that you guys would be able to do before you specify your conditioning. So what you would call
Hmm.
kind of a pre-heat type of thing. Like the things I'm doing will be preparing my dog to do harder stress exercises. If I was going into an old school competition, what I'm
Right.
doing now is preparing it to run the mill and develop a pace for him. But as
Right.
far as the digital dog show, I'm just trying to make the dog look good and healthy and shiny and all that. I ain't fronting on you, so you can beat my ass if you line cutting your dog up better than that, because that's all I'm doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta make it hard or nothing like that. It's not nothing against your dogs, nothing against mine. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to salute the work on that with your dogs and shit, and let's keep it moving. We ain't gotta make it hard, but I like the way y'all set it up in the future for the next shows for guys who are able to do that. That makes it more official. Because of
Yeah.
course, questions was gonna pop up. If you see my dog, some people gonna be like, he ain't walked that dog. He had to put him on the mill.
Yeah.
Different things. Like
Yeah.
all those was gonna be questions. So it's really just about fun and all that type shit and showing them in a good light at the end of the day. Now anything
Right.
else would have to be more official and probably would cost more because it's expensive to put dogs in shape like that when you're really doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just wanted to
Big
say that.
gay,
I
you
just
forgot
wanted
to
to
say
get that
whatever,
side
whatever.
off without being disrespectful or trying to like you my bro elevated.
Hmm.
It ain't no
Yeah,
thing.
you too, bro.
All right, so
So
that's where I'm at with it, bro.
have you picked
Yeah.
which one you're
You
gonna
forgot to say whatever, whatever.
compete with?
Say it again, elevated.
Have you chose which one you're gonna compete with?
Oh yeah, I got two females. Like I told you at the beginning, I got two females. I
Okay.
don't care if you got males or anything. I don't give a fuck. They're in the 30s. They're in the 30s. One like the black one, like
Okay.
30s, 38, 36
Okay.
to 38. Like I didn't do all that. They just
All right.
looking the best I could get them at, walking them and feeding them
All
good.
right.
That's all.
Big A, tell him he
I
forgot
got
to
two
say
females.
whatever, whatever at the end.
Uh, oh, right.
big,
Right.
big A gonna put belt to your ass in a little while. You ain't even realizing that Big A ready to take off that belt on your ass in a little while. You keep on messing with Big A.
Man, what's
Yeah, go ahead,
happening
elevator. I'm
though?
listening, bro. What you say, elevator?
So I got two females. We can put them both up as pole, whichever, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. Just show the pretty dogs, man.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It is what it is,
one
bro.
of them's a little on the younger side. Um, she's like a year and a half, but I mean, she looks good.
Hey, like I say, I don't even popularity contest. You'll probably beat me, either way. You know what I mean?
Hey, I
I
don't
don't,
know.
you know what I
Hey,
mean? Shit,
you're
motherfuckers hate
funny.
me out here. So like, man, don't worry about shit, man. Look, your shit look good, and let's get it, nigga. Let's get it, Shogun style. Let's get it, bro.
Yes,
Hey, I don't
sir.
know. On a popularity contest, you're funnier, bro. 100%.
Yeah, they look at
Nah,
me as a joke.
nah,
It's
nah,
No,
nah,
no,
nah.
no,
really
no,
joking and
no.
shit.
Like
I
the
keep
stuff
trying
you
to tell
say
him.
is funny.
I keep trying to tell him Toyo cool enough to think you could play with him, but he cool enough. He real enough to let you know he ain't the one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can't
Big A,
remember
but
what
you
you
be
said
letting
the
out
other
too many,
day. I
you be giving
died.
them too many hints. You know what I mean? They motherfucker put a bullseye on my motherfucking back. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
I told you I'm old, goddamn it.
yeah.
You and Dre in shape, nigga. Oh, all I got is finishing moves back here. I can't dance with nobody.
nah,
I just got
nah,
finishing moves. After I throw
man.
them few things at you, and you still coming.
I'm too old for
God
it,
damn.
man. I'm too old for
Hey,
it.
I got a question for you, Big Hill.
Yes, sir.
As far as how to keep heart keepers, what's some suggestions you can give?
Uh, turn your carekeeper your caregiving skills up. You got a hard
Yeah,
keeper. eh, turn your skills up as the keeper of their hard keeper. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can
Dropping
tell you.
the dropping the
If
truth.
you, because sometimes we ask for things. Sometimes we ask for things, and once we get them,
Hmm.
we realize we wasn't really ready for them.
yep.
We wasn't
Big
ready for them.
facts.
That's why I say a lot of times, depending on who you are, it's always levels to the shit. But one of the
Uh-huh.
joints I used as a standard for my yard, when my dogs got ahead of me, more advanced than me, I knew I was doing something. Like I had to step my game up. You know what I mean? These jokers, at a younger age, they're doing adult things. Their genetics got them looking like
Hmm.
grown dogs. So that them old things, you got to change it to new things. You know what I mean? And a lot of those things we call hard keeping is basically them being dogs,
Hmm.
being dogs. Too much dog sometimes
Yep.
for people. Too much dog.
Yeah,
They eat your whole house down. In
man,
a matter hours or a day, you come back. You got thousands of dollars of damage. Some of us
man.
still
Hey.
got the holes in our shit because we ain't had the money to fix some of
Yep,
that shit. So you know what I
yep.
Hey.
mean. Different things. And then at the end of the day, that joke will be occur. After you ate
Uh huh.
half your house up, that shit happened.
Yep. Nah, for real, bro. That's real.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Nah, but y'all be cooking, man. And salute to y'all, man.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
I'm gonna get back at it because I got to get back at it. So
Yes,
I
sir.
holler at y'all back, man.
Okay.
Stay up, stay up.
Roger
Yes,
that.
sir. Hey. So that I'm down there. I'm so excited for this one. It's gonna be fun, man. This dog
Yeah.
Damn
show is
excited,
gonna
bro.
be. It's gonna be the most hyped up fun. Just especially like when it airs.
Yeah.
God. Yep. So yeah, I got a few dogs I can enter in that against the call out. So I
Yeah.
think the few I got in mind fit each category. I don't know
Okay.
who the hell Jarvis be in competition with.
Right. How much the jars weigh now?
So when I got him, he weighed 64 pounds when Lester brought him to me,
Mm-hmm.
and he weighs 40 pounds now.
Okay.
But he brought him to me before the winter. Uh, I probably got him in September or maybe October.
Yeah.
So I was already up here. So I kind of conditioned him down once before. I already knew I was going to condition him for this one, so I done put him in a pre-keep. So like, I literally ran him for 45 minutes yesterday on the mill, and I would let him run for 5 minutes and give him a 2 minute break, then let him run for 5 minutes and then give him a 3 minute break, and I was doing that
Yeah.
alternating, and he ran for 45 minutes straight,
That's what's up.
like just getting it. Never stuck his tongue out or nothing.
Yeah. Paces in five. What's happening, bro?
Man, I'm in this
I'm glad.
motherfucker dog heaven.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I hear you.
I'm in the garage and in the basement trying to Do some maintenance on some little shit real quick, man. I'm chilling.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
man.
What you maintenancing on?
Some workout equipment.
Oh heck yeah. Cool. Getting back on it
Game
too.
breaker, what's happening, bro?
What up, though?
What's up, bro?
Hey,
What's happening, bro?
Man,
man, give
just
us some
chilling,
news
man.
we can use, man.
Just chilling, man. I just seen the title of the show. Thought I'd
Yeah,
pop out for a second, you know.
yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Let us know. Yeah, how you handle your situation with a hard keeper?
I think Big Hill just said it, man, before he left, man. You gotta really step your game up with the hard keepers, man. But
Yeah,
in most cases I seen with hard keepers, man, the best thing you can do is just spend more time with it and man, what they call it when you take it around people, when you take the animal around people, what they call it.
socialization.
Yeah,
Socialization.
social. You gotta socialize the dog, man. Most of the time, the hard keepers, what they have anxiety, or they just high
Yeah,
strung, or they mind ain't right because they inbred, whatever the case may be with your hard keep dog. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
most of the time, man, you have to damn near work the dog to exhaustion. You know what I'm saying? It could be just playing. It could be normal things that you do to get the energy level down on the dog. I didn't
yeah,
had to go as far as sometime I heard somebody say I think it was last week giving the dog that little pill that calm it down like where it sleep or something like that. I done did all
yeah,
that, you know what I'm
You talking
saying?
about Trazodone?
Yeah, putting the dog in the crate, keeping it in the crate all the time. Well then when you keep it
Yep.
in the crate all the time, the motherfucker start chewing through the crate. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's
yeah,
the thing is you're gonna have to just spend time with it and socialize the dog. The more time, the more you do that, and the more the dog, in most cases, the dog level will come down or it tape off, especially once it get a little bit older. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I
So
definitely
they be
agree.
having too many dogs, huh? They don't even be having time for that motherfucker.
Hell no, you.
Exactly.
How can you? How, if you got just say if you got six dogs, right? We're gonna say a
Hmm.
little six piece. You ain't gonna have time to do. You got six dogs, and just say if you got a, we ain't even gonna have no. We ain't even gonna get no kids. Just say if you got a girl, right? Well, no, we
Yeah,
ain't got no girl. You got a job and six dogs. Your
yeah.
job not gonna allow you to spend all the time that you need to do to keep this hard keeper safe at all
Nope,
times.
not at all.
Yeah. It
Not
it
at
depends
all.
on people's lifestyle too. What life
Yeah.
they're living.
Yeah, yeah. Now it can, you know what I'm saying? Once you get in a man, it's been you got to go through so deep, you got to get the spot right. Man, I didn't have to take everything before from a hard keeper one time just to see what could I do and what I couldn't do, you know what I'm saying? To introduce to this dog to protect itself. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You take everything from it.
Yep.
yeah,
My buddy's got mail. He can't give him a shade box or nothing. Every time he tries to chew on it, like
yeah.
he's just a hard keep dog.
Yeah.
Every time. That's what makes him a hard keep dog.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Barrel, all that other stuff ain't even too bad, but that shade box and it's got pin on it. Yeah, he's got to be careful. He cut his mouth one time.
Man,
Yep. Yeah, like it's all about like how much time and the way dogs are handled. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Mhm.
Like certain dogs of certain families, like they need a lot of attention, and then others you could have a yard full of them
right.
and they'd be
Mhm.
just fine. So it's weird. Like I don't know. There's so many different variables. It's hard to put it into consideration sometimes.
Yeah, man. So as far as keeping a hard keeper inside, I have limitations,
Hmm.
and one of them is the age requirement for a hard keeper, which is hard to tell. Uh, it's got to be 4 months or less for me to be able to break the
Yeah.
dog and build the dog back up. And when I say break the dog, I don't mean break the confidence. I don't mean uh, you know, stop the dog from being what the dog is gonna be. But I'm a house dog man. So if you're gonna be in my house, I'm the alpha. I don't care what you got going on. I don't care what how you got to do it or whatever the case may be. But where I place you, that's your place. If you mess that up, we got a problem. So just that. And then with hard keepers, I found the more time you spend with them, the more you can bond, the more you can break that hard keeping. Um,
Bingo.
I'll give you an example. So if you have a hard keeper and you have them in the house and they doing all types of stuff that you're not supposed to do, that you don't approve of. First thing, you gotta have the time for a hard keeper because you gotta be there to monitor all the stuff that you disapprove of and
Bingo.
correct it right then and there.
Bingo.
The next thing is the bond by spending time with the dog. Instead of getting physical with the dog, when the dog start doing the stuff that you don't like, you put the dog in the crate. The separation is more powerful than a firm discipline, a correction. So like stuff like that, man, can make a big difference. And not everybody got time for that. Not everybody got patience for it. So, finding the dog that you need to fit your requirements, your lifestyle and all that, I mean everything in the world, man. Some people just
Yeah.
ain't built to have a hard keeper. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Nope. I had one that there's a video of Garner's Bushwick Bill, and he's
Yeah.
standing in his dog food bowl, and he's like scratching and like heading down in the dog food bowl and barking and shit. So
Yeah.
this dog was a clone of Bushwick Bill, except for she was a female. Bushwick Bill
Yeah.
she was double bred on Bushwick Bill on her bottom, and then she was double bred on Hickson on the top. So she was a top bred Garner dog. I had her and her sister. And
Yeah.
she would tear herself down over that food bowl. She would work it for so long that she would make herself sick, and
Yeah.
and I had to take it from her. I just got to where I had to take her food bowl every time I fed her, even though it was
Mhm.
concrete. I gave her a big rim, didn't matter. She'd still do the same thing, and she would always like lose weight so much like over just 2 days if you give it back to her. So I got to where I just never give it to her. I was like, that's crazy. And I'd run her on my meal. I'd work her. I put her through keep. Like, it didn't matter. That dog just did that. It was something in her genetic. And then I seen that video of Bushwick Bill, and I was like, well, shit, that right there is where that comes from. That is 100%. Because, I mean, I got a video of her doing it, and if I put it and the one Tom film next to each other, they look identical. It's from the same angle and everything. Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. Like, I don't know, some dogs might have behaviors that are genetic from the family of dogs. It's a behavior that a certain dog trait has carried on that they've proliferated on sometimes. Like, okay, so Mason's a digger. Mason digs like crazy, but I've not seen none of his offspring do it like he does. None of them.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't
He
know.
would he wouldn't have been on my yard if he was a digger.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Listen to what Lee Robinson says about them. They're supposed to dig. They have terrier in them.
I'm not knocking that.
Yeah,
Not knocking that, but that's a trait that I don't want in my yard.
but so he does it, but it ain't in my yard.
Right.
Weird. I don't understand it. And like, I built my entire yard off of that dog. Everything I
Right.
got's off of that dog, or triple bred on him, or double bred on him, through inbreeding or line breeding. So
Yeah.
like, it's not a trait somehow that's passed on. I don't know why he doesn't.
Yeah.
But I promise, I can put that dog in a flat soccer field, brand new grass, and I promise he'll dig a rock up. He'll find
Yeah.
a place. That's just who he is. It's weird.
Yeah. Quick FC. Yeah, man, it be like that. He say, I hear you, Big A. Mine whacked up when I haven't spent much time with him. Yeah, spending time and exercise. Like
Yeah.
exercise, you be surprised how that hyperactive dog. And I had some neighbors that had a German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd stayed in the backyard. They didn't walk the German Shepherd. German Shepherd breaking through the fence, messing up the neighbor yard. It's real simple. All you got to do is just take them and exhaust them. Walk them. You see a different, completely different dog night and day, and that'd be a problem
Yeah.
too. Some of these dogs ain't hard keepers. They just not getting properly exercised. You
Bingo.
know? Yeah.
You
Hey,
bring that
they
motherfucker home, that motherfucker be laid the fuck, and you feed it, that motherfucker be laid the fuck out, sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Hey, but this the thing though. I think I heard Big Hill say it last week though. This is where the problem come in with most people.
What?
Once they exhaust the dog one time, it's a
Yeah. You got it.
it's a
Yeah.
continuation. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you get this dog and you get him in shape
They
and
think.
he go and you want to still go to wake up at 9. By the time you
Yeah.
wake up at 9 in the morning,
That
he
dog,
already done
man.
destroyed some shit.
Yeah, yeah. No, I forgot to say that. That's a great point because once you get started, they expect that. And the
Yeah.
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
is, the more you put on them, the more they can take. You be
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, and then
Yep.
Big A, you said some more. You said something else key too though
What?
about establishing the alpha, the
Yeah,
who dominant. You know,
yeah,
a lot of
yep,
people have dogs and really don't know how to have a real true handle on a dog. You feel what I'm saying? I see
yep.
that with a lot of people. You know, I won't go on people's yard and just say not yards. People might have house dogs or whatever. And if
Hmm.
you ain't got a real handle on that dog, and as soon as I come around the dog, I can tell if you really got a handle on the dog or not. I can't come.
Yeah,
I can't go around.
Right.
yep,
Soon as the first time they say chill out, that dog's supposed to chill out.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
yeah,
over there barking and shit now. Want to come sniff on you and shit. Make sure you
Mm.
cool. And I ain't gonna cap,
yeah.
bro. Look, I moved up here to my grill house. She
Hmm.
ain't really had no handle on them like that. I had to kind of
Yeah.
smoothly. And then
Well,
I remember what y'all told me the other day, bro. And you know, I just be
yeah,
trying to vent. You know, this
yeah,
dog got a lifetime ticket with me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And me and my girl got to talking to it. I'm like, look, man, if something happens to this dog, I don't want you doing too much. And she like, what the fuck
yeah.
you mean? It's my dog. I'm like, look,
Uh huh.
I just don't want you thinking
Man,
that I had something to do with this. And she
man, you
like,
get
nah,
rid of that
I
dog,
already,
Supreme. You get rid of that
huh?
dog, Supreme. She ain't gonna say nothing right there. But boy, you got a war on your hands, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna have to that engagement ring gonna have to be goddamn
Man, I'm telling you, that's a she ain't never gonna let that one go, bro.
yeah.
So like,
But
What's
nah,
it?
game breaker was for real. Motherfuckers don't be having them handles on them dogs like they be portraying they do.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, a
Damn,
lot
bro,
of
this
people
trip,
can't
man.
get them to
Oh,
do what they want. Like some of these dogs, they know when they throw them a rope, they're gonna act crazy or something like that, but they can't make them do stuff. Like
Yeah.
that's why I was talking about. I'm gonna enter a couple of them in the obedience challenge. I'm gonna really practice that probably the month of June, the whole month, and I'm gonna enter a couple of them in it and just see what I can do.
Yeah.
I mean, like my dogs are trainable, so I need to be showing that. Y'all are right.
Hmm.
Like I can get them to
Well,
act up, or I can get them to chill out. Like it don't matter. You know what I mean? That is something
yeah.
that needs to be displayed to the public.
Hey, and guess
What's up?
what?
What's up?
Yes,
If
sir.
even for the guys that don't know nothing about training or anything like that, it all go back to what Big A said. If you spend enough time with the animal will have some type of obedience. It might not be the
That's
level
training.
that you want, but it'll have some
Yeah.
type of obedience. You know what I'm saying? Some
Yeah.
type of training. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That goes back, like you said, from the 4 month old puppy. You're gonna have to break this animal down to a certain level to get the results that you want from it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep. You gotta break the animal down without breaking the spirit or confidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and like okay, so the American Pit Bull Terrier, when we use the word break a dog down, a lot of people
Hmm.
think that's a bad thing. In horses, it don't mean a bad thing. A horse will still have the confidence to run with you shooting a gun on its back, animals, all kinds of stuff. So like they don't, you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
still confident. They're still willing to be the horse that they were eventually going to be. They just have
Yeah.
some obedience behind them. You can get on their
Yeah.
back and ride them.
Yeah.
So
I
we're
mean,
we have a
uh,
bad thing in this breed for using certain phrases with bad context behind it, and that's really Like breaking is a good thing. I do agree with y'all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it might not be the right terminology, but
No, you're
it's
right,
gotta be
100%.
it's gotta be um uh, understanding between owner and the pet who runs the show.
Bingo.
Period.
Bingo.
Period.
That
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's all breaking a dog
Yep.
is establishing pack leadership,
Yep.
establishing who the leader of this is. You might be a machine, but you only a machine when I allow you to be the machine.
Yep.
Yep.
Like I give you an example. So I've dealt with this on plenty of times, even with adult dogs, and I do not like taking on adult dogs, but certain situations I've had to. You got a dog that's food aggressive towards you, any other dog. As soon as they put that food down, and I go to reach for that food, and that dog get to growling, just a slight growl. That dog is getting away from that food. I'm picking that food up. I'm walking over to the trash can. I'm gonna look the dog in the eye and throw the food away, and that dog ain't eating for the rest of the day.
Have you ever had a
Now we
dog do
go.
that?
What? Yes, plenty of dogs.
Oh yeah.
So the next day we come back out.
Hmm.
You want to do it again? Okay, you ain't eating today. You gonna get slim around this bad boy. We on the weight. We weight training today.
Yeah.
You come out that third day, he gonna be thinking about it. Like, well, I am hungry. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no, I'm taking the food away. We're gonna wait a little while. Now you done for the day. I run the show. You want to eat? We better be on the same page. You gonna earn this. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be surprised to the most aggressive, hard keepers, food aggressive dogs. When you take the food away from them, you might get up to day 5.
Yep.
They gonna come to their senses. That natural reality gonna kick in. Like, I gotta eat. It's the only person's hand to be food. Let me go ahead and get. You know what I'm saying? With no physical, you ain't got to get physical with them at all. You know? Yeah.
I had got a dog brought to me with her name was Shaka, and
Yeah.
for the first 4 days she wore a muzzle in my house. And she wasn't necessarily just food aggressive, like she just growled at me anyways. But nice
Mhm.
as she was when I give her food. So
Right.
like I mean if I move, dude, like she literally so I was playing my guitar when she come in and I laid it down on my amp and
Hmm.
and my buddy come in and he put her in the bedroom and fed her. He had already spent 2 weeks with her, so she was cool with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I knew she could be broke. Well, he had already spent 2 weeks with her, so he took her in the bedroom and he took the
Yeah.
muzzle off of her and fed her everything. And he come
Yeah.
back out and she was just eating in the bedroom. Well,
Hmm.
he left and I opened the bedroom door, and as soon as I opened the bedroom door, I realized she don't have that muzzle on. So she ran by me. This is the first day, like first 30 minutes of being around me. She ran
Yeah.
by me and in my kitchen and laid
Uh
down
huh.
on my electric guitar and wouldn't let me move. And I was like,
Yeah.
I called Paul. I was like, bro, my buddy, I was like, you got to come back and put this muzzle on this dog. And
Yeah.
she worked for about 4 days in my house. And every night
Yeah.
I'd feed her, and when I'd feed her, I'd pet her. And like that's when she was the nicest. So eventually she
Yeah.
got to where I could just take the muzzle off of her. And
Yeah.
I mean, I completely broke her. I had a party with a bunch of people, and like she was
Hmm.
running around loose, like she trusted everybody. So I eventually broke her down. But I have done that same method with multiple dogs. And she was an ABA registered American Pit Bull Terrier, but she
Yeah.
was more like a Camelot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was more
man.
like a Camelot dog. Big red, ears cropped. She was pretty,
Yeah.
but she was
And,
vicious.
and saying, honey, better say, how do you break a dog? You supposed to be training anyway. Correct. You know, yeah, you
Yep.
know, yeah. Yep.
And she was probably already 4 years old. So
Yeah.
I broke an older dog. I my dog Colt, he was a big fawn male. His daddy was a tricolor, and he was vicious. Well, I got him, and I broke him too. He got to where he didn't even bark at nobody. He was super sweet with me.
Yeah. I don't try to change what they would naturally do. Like if they naturally just a damn fool, I'm letting them be a damn fool. But you have certain areas that you could do you.
Yep.
But when you're in a controlled situation, I run the show completely. Ain't no, it ain't no discussion, no nothing. We outside, we working, or you in your spot outside or whatever. We could compromise. But nah. Yeah, as far as the house, because one thing about it is you take on a hard keeper, especially you're an owner, that could devalue your whole house.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And so like I might even have dogs that would be hard keepers inside that I don't even know about because I don't bring my dogs inside.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now, okay, so one thing I will say is about every dog that's here right now, I did have
Hmm.
them in my garage in kennels for a week when it flooded. I
Yeah.
was taking them in and out, feeding them. Man, you talk about a job. Shoot. I would 10 times rather take care of this many dogs up here on this mountain than in that garage.
Yeah.
That was hell. It was because it flooded, and I had to put them in there, and that's the only reason they would have died. So, but I was taking them in and out, feeding them. Man, that was hard. Like,
Yeah.
but they were all pretty good. I will give them that. They were all really good. I didn't have them tear up the crates or none of that stuff because I had took all their blue barrel dog houses
Hmm.
and I made faces for them, like the one you seen at South Bottoms,
Yeah.
and I put them all in my garage like that so they couldn't destroy them or get loose.
Yeah.
So that was the only reason I probably didn't have them destroy, the crates and get loose and have a problem.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit.
What you doing?
I might as well run this treadmill after I get done. After I have pulled the cover off of it and twirled down the roller so I can flatten it back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Faye on this bitch first though. She giving me, she got that look, she got the eye of the tiger in her eye.
Yeah.
Will she just get
Yeah.
on it and run?
She will after I take the collar off. I mean, like I got the collar on the while she running.
Uh-huh.
After a while, I could just low key slide that motherfucker off.
Oh yeah.
But not if I got it on the X line.
Do you run
I
Yeah.
her?
start putting
Do
that
you
bitch
run
on the
her
X
on like a
line.
time routine?
I'm keeping track of the time.
Yeah. So how long do you usually run her?
Shit, she was at 10, now she at 18, then the
Hell yeah.
19 minutes.
Hell yeah. So you just let her run straight for 18?
Oh, let me slide this earphone in a little bit more so I can hear you, my dear brother. I say that one more time.
So you just let her run straight for 18 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's putting it down.
I ain't
Because I
gonna
mean, like,
cap.
well,
I
like
ain't
if
gonna
you
cap.
watch her, she's running way faster than she can with you walking behind her, ain't she?
Oh,
Like she's
exactly.
moving. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Her walk pace.
pretty
Her
good.
her little Prince pace. I call it the Prince pace. That's at 3 miles. And shit, I
Yeah,
don't even walk that fast. Now I could jog,
you're talking about a
but
trot where they kind of carry their legs like a skipping looking motion.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, yep.
So
French
shit.
pace. I like that.
Yeah.
Here you go right here though. My mama.
Supreme
What?
over here inventing
The
definitions.
little
That's cool.
treadmill.
Yeah.
Knock the cover off and this is pretty much the only little spot I'm working on this little spot. I
Yeah.
I feel like it slid to the right
Yeah,
because it wasn't down. It was too far down. Because if it was up enough, it wouldn't slide at all.
yeah,
Yeah. So I got
yeah.
it flattened out. I'm gonna pull it up and
Turn your phone sideways.
I'm gonna run this motherfucker for probably like 45 minutes first and flatten it out and then put her on it.
Yeah. You can kind of pull it, kind of turn it on really slow and pull towards that one side, and it'll pull the track over back centered for you.
Shit, this kind of like where I want this motherfucker at to stay in this spot right here.
Oh yeah.
But no, shit, I feel like it kind of wet outside, so
Yeah.
we finna go crazy with it on the meal for this last day. Get her a nice
Man.
little bath. You
Yeah.
know
I
what I'm
gotta do
saying?
that.
Get
That I
these
do need to
pictures
do.
together. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to hear something crazy? I'm gonna enter her in every digital dog show until she come in the heat.
That's
And
what's up.
goddamn it, shit. I had called Duke and I'm breed to. I called him yesterday. Make sure you know, because I changed numbers and shit. You know, I gotta be important. You gotta stay in contact with the important people. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And, make sure that's still a go. So yeah, man. Take my black ass back to work next week. You know what I'm saying? Stack this bread up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Get this
Yeah, yeah.
breed. You know what I'm saying? So I can goddamn it come out and play. But you know I gotta
mm-hmm,
work hard before I play.
yeah.
Are you
Yes,
gonna buy a
sir.
whelping kennel and put it in your yard, or are you gonna have them in your house?
Man, I ain't gonna cap. I wanna holler at Mad Doctor. Mad Doctor, who I need somebody in Michigan that builds some nice kennels.
Yeah,
I find somebody that builds some nice kennels. I can start off with that one, then I can build whatever else I need.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
give me something nice you know what I'm saying, for the puppies.
yeah.
So
That's all I need is a nice whelping pan.
I'm gonna hit you up after this. I'll hit you up. I'll send you a couple people that's in your area,
Yeah, man.
because that's the smartest thing you can do as far as having a litter, man. Having them out there, and if you can do that and then set up maybe like a kennel on the ground that's bigger, then you'd be set, dude.
Hell yeah. Big C, what's happening?
Oh, Big C's in here.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Come on, get up there. Shut up.
Yeah,
Turn
a
Get
this
up,
hard
motherfucker.
keeper.
get up there.
So a hard keeper can really
Huh.
it can affect the flow of your whole what you got going on. Really, it can one dog can make you hate what you're doing. And ask me how I know. You know what I mean? Because there's been a couple dogs that I'm like, no, they gotta go. They
Yeah.
have to go like as soon as possible. But it's rare.
God,
You
dog,
gotta
that hurt
be
my ears. Yeah.
really
What
stupid.
that B?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, a dog has to be really stupid and do a lot of dumb shit for me to just be like, no, you gotta go.
Ah,
Because I mean, I'm pretty tolerant.
lay down. Down.
What's up, Jarvis?
Good girl. Yeah, man.
These pups Eleanor had, they are huge. I'm
Mm-hmm.
impressed. I'm gonna make a video of them later. They are huge. They're the one. They're the second litter I had born. The black and
Yeah.
white ones.
Yeah.
They are meatballs. I'm impressed. He's been good. And then Dirty Girl's puppies, they're always super healthy. She's a great mama.
Yeah.
I gotta give her enough credit. She's a phenomenal mama.
Right.
So I got my whelping kennel, right, and I had screwed a blue barrel to it, and
Mm-hmm.
usually you know how people talk about building a square dog house with the bumpers and shit in it,
Yeah.
so the dog can't roll over on it. This
Yeah.
bitch had 6 puppies in that blue barrel, and she hasn't squished a single one.
That's what's up. She's a good mother.
Hell yeah. So, and I knew she was. I just kind of put her to that test. And man, I'm telling you, that dog, I love that dog. I can't thank Brown's Kennels enough for that dog.
Right.
I mean, credit where credit's due. That dog come from him. She's the last breeding off of his stud that was Black Knight. Like, she's a good dog.
Right.
And I bred Mason to her, and I got 1 brindle and 5 or 6 buckskins. I got 1 brindle and 6 buckskins. I bred Jarvis to her, which is brindle, like the brindle dog I got off of her. And I got
Right.
2 brindles and 4 buckskins. So I didn't even get that much more brindle. I was like, what the hell? I thought I'd get more brindle dogs. Because, I mean, I love dogs. I don't care if people hate on brindle. I love Jarvis. That motherfucker is a beast, and he is willing to work and do anything I want him to do. He does not care. It don't matter what color he is. That he's camouflaged for a reason.
Right.
Some other ones may not be, but he is. Him and Rogue both. They're camouflaged for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't know. Like a dog like Jarvis, if it was going to the hog, he would have to be harder for it to see.
Mm-hmm.
What makes him a little bit more on the harder to keep side? He's loud. He's vocal. He always has been. He's not super loud like Bricks, but he is loud.
Yeah.
When he sees a cat, when he sees anything, he goes nuts. And I have a big fat cat that's about impossible for him to hide because he's so big. What's Big C saying?
Oh no, I can't see right now.
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah, I
get up
definitely
here.
agree. There's certain dogs that are too high strung for their work ethic. Like their high strungness makes their focus shitty. Yeah. I wish
Come on, get your butt up here.
Big C could see Jarvis now
Let's
because
go.
he's seen him in person at that ADBA show.
Get up.
He's probably
Come
lost
on.
10 pounds since that ADBA show.
All right, come on, play. Let's go. Hey, let me show now.
Let out Big Mom.
Yeah.
That's your mama right there, boy. Good looking dog. I love my brothers know how to take care of the dog. Put that thing in shape. Keep that thing in shape.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It's like Jedi. It's like the power of the Jedi. Let the force be with you, bro. You be
Yeah, man, that's the therapy to me.
man.
Yep. So I'm waiting on a couple of people to get back to me, so I'm probably gonna do an update on all the puppies tomorrow.
Right.
Show them all.
Show them all. Like Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean there's 20 of them.
Yeah.
And Mercy, she's about a week and a half out, 2 weeks out. I bet her to Jarvis too. Ready to see what I get off of that. He said maybe they'll look at Jarvis now, shake my head. Yeah, for real. I think he did get looked over because he was a little overweight. But it was still kind of cold up here. Like, it was still kind of cold. I wasn't going to take him down way too lean. It's not cold now. He's ripped. Yep.
I need to pay this.
So Insane Honey Badger said, he said, got to be able to maintain that barnstormer. Yep. Yep. And a lot of the dogs that are hard keepers, that is the style they seem to put out. Barnstorming. They'll barnstorm everything they do. Everything.
So would it be safe to say that half the dogs being classified as hard keepers really not hard keepers? They just not giving that right amount of TLC.
Yeah, I mean that's a
pretty levels to hard keepers, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a pretty common problem.
I mean, shit, especially when you leave one motherfucker in the crate, and as soon as you let it out, it's pew.
Yep. Yeah, that's a pretty common problem. People get them because they look good, but then they don't really mess with them. And then everybody, huh?
Go ahead.
Sorry, bro. Everybody will act like, well, you can't play with them with these tools and stuff. I've had animal control come here, and I've had all my workout equipment, and they've never said a word about it. They know what I'm doing. I tell them, look me up on YouTube. I'm literally showing my dogs all the time.
I I be having to be careful who I tell to look me up on YouTube. I be on there partying and some more shit. Damn, my bad, brother. I'm trying.
It's
What was
all
you saying
good.
there, bro?
All good.
Yeah. But I was gonna say Big C was right when he said some like y'all was saying some of the hard keepers or the brainstormers whatever they won't focus on certain things. But I will say most of the time you just gotta find what the dog really like. If you find something the dog like, you can get it to focus on something. You know what I'm saying? It can, but you sometimes you have to go through a variety of things before you really find what the dog really like. You know, and
Right.
shout out to Rasta Man too, Rasta Man Boo man. This shit is really it's really
Yes,
spiritual, man.
sir.
You get if you get really in tune with the dog and pay attention to the dog gonna show you what he wanna do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You just gotta pay attention to it, you know. The
Yep.
dog I got on my avatar, man. He wasn't a hard keeper, but his litter mate was. He was one of those dogs I had to take everything from. He liked to bite on everything. Bite, bite, bite,
Yeah.
bite, 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 bite. So you had to go with the concrete bowls and all that. I be down there sometimes at the yard. It might start raining. He went from a good one of those big super houses to a barrel. So one day
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, take the barrel from him. It's for I look at the forecast. It's only gonna rain about an hour or two. Fucking let him sit in the rain. You know, do
Yeah.
that. He stopped biting the house for a day or two. Then it's right back. You know what I'm saying? So you know, at the end of it, I started thinking this motherfucker always like to bite. Give him something to bite on. You know what I'm saying? Give him something that he
Yeah.
can, that a toy, something that he can bite. You know what I'm saying? And it stopped it. You know.
Yeah.
And I had to remember, man. We used to always like Raging Cajun, one of Epin's dogs, and
Uh
that
huh.
was one of the first time I seen y'all probably done seen one of those Kong toys. They call
Mhm.
Kongs. You know what I'm saying? It's a little rubber toy.
Yeah.
We used to go as we was like, man, why you get Rage Occasion that fucking toy all the time? He was like, because he liked to bite on shit, so that toy calmed him down. It was a toy you can put treats in and shit, and so every time he bites the toy, the treats fall out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little, you know,
Yep.
somebody might be able to use.
Yeah.
Yep. Like Thompson, he gives his dogs those grenades. They're like a
Yeah,
hard piece of rubber grenade. Like
yeah,
those are cool. Those, and
yeah,
I mean, so like my dogs, I can't really give stuff like that to because they're on the hill. It would
right,
roll away.
right.
But when I was in my other yard, I did have stuff like that. I give them Kongs and stuff like that, and I'd work with them with it.
Get up there.
I'm around my dogs a lot. I
Oh,
spend a lot of time with my dogs, so like I really don't see them being acting too
Shaw,
crazy
get your
like
butt
that.
up there. I ain't got
I've
time to
always
play
had them
today.
be real balanced, where
Let's go.
they understand what's going on.
You in the way today.
So I've never
Come
had
on.
to like leave them. I'll tell you something I do give my dogs that occupies them pretty good is pig ears.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love pig ears. And it like when they're working it, it cleans their teeth. It's like floss. It tears into little strings, and it's very good for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're cooked. Like they're little thin. I don't know how they cook them, but
Move.
they do work good.
Get back.
You can buy them in a bag of like 40 at Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
Uh, I want to see what y'all say about what y'all got to think about this.
What?
Most of the time, and it's just my experience, but I done seen a lot, you know. Most of the time, that hard keeper from 0 to 24 months ain't the same dog at 3 years old and older. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the dog has been, you know, they hard keep
Um,
tendencies hasn't been checked, and it done turned to a crazy deranged dog where it got a habit that can't be broken. Most of the time,
yeah.
that hard keep dog ain't the same dog once it mature a little bit.
Yep. Like, well, like we can't judge none of these dogs too much before maturity
Yeah.
because that's really two and anywhere from like 18 months to 2.5 to 3. I mean, that's some dogs they mature at different stages. Uh, So, like, we can't really judge them until then because, I mean, hell, half of us would have been discarded as young men if that was the case.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because really, I mean, once they're going to spend most of their life at maturity, so that's really what matters. And
Yeah.
handling and stuff, if you can break them from that before they're too young, they will end up maturing into a fine dog.
Right.
I know I got another example of that is my that dog on my avatar again. He was from 0 to 5 years old. Anything in his perimeter is getting obliterated. You know what I'm saying? He don't anything. He trying to kill everything until 5. 5, he was his first time trying to mate. Before that, he don't care nothing about mating or what. He got one thing on his mind. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At 5, it all changed though.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I got one for you. I got another one for you. I had a female. She ain't want to do nothing. She was just scared, shaky, timid. I'm probably about 15 years old, little brand new, all kind of red nose. As soon as she get bred and have puppies, she go on the motherfucking neighborhood mission. At the end of the day, I got animal control coming to pick this bitch up. I'll never see her again.
Right.
Yeah, only after she got bred though. Only after she had the puppy, she turned to Glad. She went from Gladys Knight to Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny too
Like,
because all the examples we're given right here are what people wouldn't think they would see. But when you're handling real dogs in real time, you're seeing something totally different than what's on black and white paper. Like,
Hey, with that female man, sometimes with them females, like with humans and everything, having them babies, that's a certain type of trauma. It do something to them. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
Sometimes the female is not mature to mature enough to go through what she went through. You know what I'm saying? So it might trigger something or set something off in the dog. You know what I'm saying? You can see that with
Right.
humans too.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah. I've seen young timid girls turn into like fierce women once they have kids. It's like,
Right.
and then
Right.
the other way around too. I've seen like strong women turn like almost like they have a weakness now.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen it backwards.
Right.
So I don't know. It's weird. Like I say, you almost can't put a monopoly on none of this stuff. It's variability. Different
Yeah.
things, different dogs are gonna show you different shit.
Yeah.
How long we going for, Big O?
Shoot, we got about 40 minutes.
Okay,
30 minutes. 30, 40 minutes.
okay.
Yeah.
I just wonder.
Why? You
I
got
was just
time?
wondering.
You got
Yeah.
you got
So,
time today? You got time today.
what did you? Hey, Game Breaker, did you watch the variety of types one yesterday?
A little bit. I didn't get. I think I fell asleep on it. Actually, yeah, I think that's what happened.
Oh, well, damn. Putting people to sleep. Damn it. No, I'm
Nah,
kidding.
I was already. It wasn't that. I was already laying around watching it, and
Yeah.
before I
Yeah.
knew it, I had went to sleep.
Shit, I do the same thing. I'll be out. If I sit down and watch a video, I'm out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's just what I do. Shit, headphones in. I don't know, but type sometimes can make a hard keeper. Is why I brought that up. Like the variety of types. There's different traits according to the type of dog that you have in front of you. The look,
Yeah.
the act. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Them bulldog ones will be ones that root their damn bowls around and all this and mess shit up. And then the little athletic ones, they'll be the ones that dig. And then, the hound dog ones, they're the ones that bark.
Right.
So, and just like the breed that they almost exhibit the most traits of. It's pretty weird.
Right.
It's weird how like certain things like that can affect the way a dog actually is. Maggie, what are you doing? Yeah, and like bullies, they're a weird thing of their own. And boxers, they're a weird thing of their own. Different breeds, they have even certain traits that are like unique, that are different. Boxers are
Yeah.
bouncy and jumping around, and they're kind of always fucking goofy. A lot of the time, they have their tongue sticking out. Like they have certain things that are hilarious about them.
Yeah.
They can be nippy. They can be nippy sometimes, and when they get excited,
Yeah.
I don't know. They can be attitude, dude. Like if you want to try to make them do something, and then you got an old male here, even if his nuts are cut, he still have an attitude. I've
Yeah.
seen that firsthand. That's why, like, I'm not too much of a fan of mixed breed dogs. Uh, there's a difference in crosses and mixed breeds, and like the mixed breeds, that gets to where it's hard to understand why their traits are what they are, because
Hmm.
they say they have some German Shepherd in them, so and then they have some pit bull in them, and you might have a really dangerous dog on your hands, or you could have a like dog that don't have a switch that like don't even turn on and off. So like the dog that it is why it's distribute or displaying some of his traits that you're seeing, like
Right.
in their daily life. It's really weird. I've had huskies. I've had all kinds of dogs. Hound dogs. I had
Hmm.
Squats. I've had Walkers.
Most.
Uh,
Yeah.
so like old Joe, old Joe.
Thank you so much.
He was my
I'm
plot hound. I had
not sure.
about Mason was probably like 8 months old. So I had this plot hound. He come from my papa.
Hmm.
Jarvis is actually in his chain spot right now, where
Yeah.
that dog lived at, where I come and got him from. So he got
Hmm.
loose and he fought Mason and then disappeared, and I never seen him again. But Mason only had like a little bit of blood on him, so I don't really know what happened. But I never seen him again. They never. I checked at the dog pound. I made Facebook posts like because I was probably 17, 18 at the time, you know.
Yeah.
So I was looking for him. Like my papa gave him to me. He was a registered plot hound. He was the real deal. He would run
Hmm.
bear, but I think he probably would have been mean at the tree. I really or like at the bear. I think he really would have. I never got to see it
Right.
because I just got him and I only had him for probably like 3 months.
Hmm.
But he got loose and fought Mason and then disappeared. I've never seen him again. So like sometimes them hounds they can even be like that. They can be a little more on the meaner side.
Right.
It's a trait that's in them that they're trying to. That's something they've had to focus on keeping under control. The dog's not fighting at the trees, not fighting at the animals. You know what I mean? When they get there
Right.
at the animal, then they want to fight each other over it. That's something they have to keep a handle on because if they don't, it'll get out of control with that breed.
Right.
It's pretty wild. Like, and I've seen it firsthand. I've known of dogs to get completely cold because of that. I ain't keeping it. You know, that's what they'll say.
Hmm.
So certain dogs will have traits that people don't even know about until you own a couple of them, and then you're like, well, that's very consistent. But if I had 5 dogs that are this same breed and they all do the same thing, that's weird. That's consistent. So, and sometimes you won't even realize it till after the fact. Like them being diggers, a lot of the time they'll tear up your floor or your doors. That's what they're doing, digging at the door. It's weird. Hard keepers can be like they can be easily understood or they can be you never figure it out why they do certain things. It's weird. Some dogs you'll never figure them out. They might be a hard keeper forever. You send them to somebody else and they're gold for them. I've had that happen. A dog that just didn't work here, put it in a different position, and it's the best dog that person ever had.
Yeah, not for me, man. Like
Yep.
as far as that's concerned, I have my limitations. And
Yep.
sometimes I think I got this. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be like, whoa, hold on now. I think I done bit off more than I could chew. I can handle this situation, but do I want to handle this situation and everything that come along with it? Do I have to pay? Nah, man. I think I probably need to get back in my lane. I think man, I went too far out in deep water. Man, life jacket, please. Somebody come help me, please. You know what I'm saying?
Three the
Nah, for
buoy.
real. Nah, man, cause I've seen it. I've seen boys have a real active yard,
Yep.
and they pushing. Then they get another dog, and this dog is that dog. And you talking about yard accidents? Every time this dog get off, you down a dog. You know what I'm saying? You wanted this. You wanted this. Now you got it, and it's costing. You know what I'm saying? Well, so it is what it is. Some people want it, some people don't. But for me, I got to know my limitations and when I've overstepped my boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Like when I was a kid, uh, Dixie and Panic got into a fight, and Dixie died. And
Yeah,
my mom was mad at Panic, right? You know,
yeah,
she never liked Panic after that. Didn't trust
hmm
her, never liked her. But then my dad, he never treated her no different because he knew what he had. You know what I mean? So
yep,
it shows a difference in the person too. My mom would have probably got rid of her ass for that, but my dad, you know, we fed her till the day she died.
right.
And then she was 15, 16 when she died, and she's buried right up there next to Thor, Dixie, and Panic, her mom and dad.
hmm
So,
Yeah,
like you said, people have limitations, what they're willing to deal with and what they're not.
yep.
It's all
And
on
some
us to
people,
choose individually.
yeah, yeah. And man, there's so many times people say it's the best dog they've ever seen
Hmm.
until the next dog that they see. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. So yeah, yeah. I always look at the cup half full. I mean, half empty and not half full. And knowing
Yep.
I know what I know. I know what I've seen, but I haven't seen everything, and I haven't had my hands on everything. You
So,
know?
one of the most famous dogs in my area, he was a killer. He was known. I think he killed like 28 in his lifetime, right? And
Yeah,
like every dog he put his mouth on, he killed it. So
yeah.
he was at a dude's house. They were conditioning him, and he got loose and tried to break into a kennel with this other dog. And this other,
hmm
everybody says that other dog, if they had to put them on each other, they would have lost. That other
Well,
dog would have lost 100%. But
I got yeah,
the dog got its head stuck in the kennel, and that dog that would have lost, they said, chewed its head off.
mhm,
And they
yes,
lost the better dog because of it being a hard keeper.
right. But for example, Michonne, Michonne is a hard has is a mouth dog. She's hard mouth.
Yep.
My experience with Michonne, I can be like, Michonne's got the hardest mouth. I ain't never seen a mouth harder than Michonne's. You know what I'm saying? And that might be true to my naked eye.
Uh-huh.
But people are looking at it and be like, man, I seen the he ain't seen what I saw. He don't know what I know. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people come off like that and they think and you know, shout out to them to the because they going off of what they've seen to this certain extent and what they've experienced. But I
Yep.
know for a fact, if you a knockout artist, it's somebody that can knock your ass out. If you the best dog conditioner, YouTube conditioner, I guarantee you some old school dogman that ain't got a word to say that'll run your butt cat raggedy. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So I mean, that's one of them things where I always say, you know, you limited to what you've seen, but don't be blinded to what you haven't seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. So,
Yeah.
who is that said that? Heart and
What?
Finish. Heart and Finish.
What?
He said, you should always be looking to see something better
Yeah.
and have something better. Don't get complacent and satisfied. Yeah.
Yep.
So, uh, you're always trying to secure the future, then you can enjoy the present. And in doing that, ever since Tom said that, I'm like, that makes sense. So, like, you're always trying to do that. That way, you're never complacent. You're always looking for the next step. You're always trying to keep going. That'll show
hmm
longevity. That'll show discipline. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
dedication. Like that right there is what people really wants to see. You know,
hmm
people wants to see you all the time showing the same dedication. They don't want to see you stray. None of that. Like that's people are wanting to do business with other serious people, especially
Yeah.
people that really want a real quality dog.
Yeah.
That's why I respect Dre. He ain't never slowed down. Since I've seen him come on YouTube, it's been the same, bam,
Right.
always. So it's just staying relevant, staying consistent.
Hmm.
That's what people like to see. And time will tell you whether consistency or not paid off. And
Right.
what accolades you earn through that period of time, that'll tell you whether or not it paid off. Because I mean, like, accolades
So
are important, and like, I mean, even winning these
you
digital
want
dog
what?
shows, that's an accolade, man.
You want
Like, you
what?
just won and voted on People's Choice.
Yeah.
Yep. So like, I don't know. It's really cool. It's really cool to be able
Yeah.
to have this light. Like I said, if this would have been around 10 years ago, I would have been all over this too. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have been all on top of this.
Yeah.
The digital dog show is going to be a really good movement. Like it's I've already noticed a shift since it started. Like people are getting
Yeah.
more interested. They want to be more competitive. They realize serious people are going to be competing. Like
Hmm.
it's an accolade when you beat serious people.
Well, the way I look at it is win, lose, or draw. The world get to see my dog
Uh
and
huh.
or dogs, and there's a advertising point where I can showcase my dogs. There's a lot of boys that have good dogs coming from good stock, but still have issues getting rid of their dogs to the public. So,
Yep.
that's an avenue. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I
Yeah.
like showing my dogs. But like not to win the trophies and shit. That's not why I like to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like they deserve to get seen.
So,
Like
you want to
I
work?
really do.
Come
You
on,
know,
let's go
like
work.
as hard a work ethic as Michonne has, she deserves to get seen.
Yeah.
It
Let's go
makes
work.
them putting in all that
Come on.
work. It really shows the like we'll be able to through time having tests and all these numbers, we'll be able to have like
Go
averages
get
for
up
what
there.
the pit bull terrier
Come
can
on.
really do.
Go. Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Whereas other breeds might not even have that. Like we will
Come on.
have numbers to where we can compare them, and we'll have averages for what's the average wall climb height most dogs can do. What's the average mile an hour or a minute or 2 minutes that a dog can do.
Yeah.
Get it
Yeah.
cracking then, Bill. Get it cracking then.
Six, five, four,
You're fucking doggone right, and I'll get big or die trying with this digital dog show. Same, bro. That's the way I feel with the Freemason bloodline. I'm gonna get big or die trying, and it does not matter what people think. It's not gonna change what I'm doing. And the same as this digital dog show. I'm gonna be here participating, being a part of it because I want to see it succeed. I don't care what anybody hates on it. I don't care. I've been hated on my whole life. It does not matter to me. So
You know what the best part about owning these dogs is?
hmm,
Picking up dog shit.
yeah. Hey, it humbles you. That's part of that discipline. Part of that discipline. Since you
That's
got a
right,
dog
man.
and you've had her and raised her, do you not feel more disciplined over the years?
Of
You're more
course.
willing to do things on a routine.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love
Hey,
about having so many dogs.
Best part about picking up the dog shit is looking at it, knowing you got a healthy specimen.
hey,
Yep.
man. You know this. It might sound crazy, man. But big shout out to Twin, man. I'm damn near like Twin. Um, you could have great animals, and I know your animal's great. But if I come on your yard and I see shit everywhere, I might not want to fuck with you, man.
Yep. Yep.
Man.
Everybody and see people get a bunch of dogs and not have that routine thought out in their head. Like since I've been up here on the mountain, I have to do it different. I pick it up, I do it a little different than I used to. I use a 5 gallon bucket instead of a big trash can. So I just have to empty the 5 gallon. I just have to walk down and empty the 5 gallon bucket into the trash bag in the can instead of drag the whole can around up there on the mountain. So like you do have to like give that a little bit of forethought. How are you going to get rid of it? You know, if you get all these bags of shit, what are you going to do with them? Because you can't just take them to the regular dump and throw them out. You have to take them to a trash dump, a real one, like where you can throw it out and they don't care what you throw out. But like a
Yeah,
regular like household trash dump, they don't want you to fill their thing full of 500, 1,000 pounds of dog shit.
yeah, yeah. I've put it in trash bags and sent it to the waste management and all that.
Yeah,
The simplest thing I did was, you might not be able to do it, you being on the mountains, is fucking dig you a hole and dump the shit in the hole and cover the hole up.
yeah,
That's the easiest shit to do. You know,
yep.
depending on
So
where you at though.
yeah, so
You know?
Yeah,
I think he done got done.
yeah. I
I think he
think
done
it's
got abducted by aliens or some shit.
yeah, something like that. Or
Man,
you can use the dog shit as fertilizer too. You know what I'm saying? Pick it up, chop it up, whatever, spread it over your yard, and it help your grass grow too.
hell yeah. Waste management. Huh?
Hmm.
Oh man. Let's check this phone with me. Well, when I say the whole neighborhood got dogs, get the name of dog breeds they never heard of, they got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that pretty much everywhere. Everybody is owner, a dog and a owner.
Yep. That's why big business is big business. Just so
Yeah,
y'all know, you ain't got not just this breed. I'm just saying in general.
yeah.
You ain't gotta
Everybody.
be handling the dogs. It could be dog products. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man.
Now, I
Yes,
want
sir.
before we end this, I want to say something else about the hard keep too, man. The hard keep animal,
Yeah.
or the hot animal. For the guys who don't know, a lot of people probably know this. When you get the hard keep animal, or the hot animal or whatever, man, you got a job. You know what I'm saying? You got a big responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And you really just made yourself in your yard a target. You feel what I'm saying? Because this animal is going to expose everything that you're not doing, and everything that all your other yard is not. You know what I'm saying? And every time if you don't got a real handle on this dog, every time you lose handle on this dog, or you can't keep control of this dog, it's gonna express itself in the way that it want to express itself, and you're gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how you able to control it or lack of control is going to determine your experience with the dog. It might be the determining factor to make you say fuck the dogs, I don't never want to be in dogs no more. Or it might give you a better insight, a greater insight, and you become better overall with the dogs.
No doubt. Shit.
I mean that hot one, you ain't gonna be able to hide it. You feel what I'm saying? When you got a good one, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just no, I mean, you have to protect it to a certain extent, but you're not gonna be able to just hide this animal. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna make you show it. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever,
Yeah.
whether you just doing recreational stuff with it to keep it occupied, to walking it, or whatever you're gonna do, it's gonna make you get out there and do it with it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. Out here with this
Mm.
sledgehammer. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On this
This
motherfucking
old
pine tree.
hammer. Side like silver. Rain like gold. Rain like gold. Man.
Ah, that ain't the one,
Whoa.
girl.
Whoa.
Hey, big. Hey, is
Hey.
that other thing you got up there with the dog? Is that what you doing right now with the dog?
What you mean? What you talking about?
Your other thing, it's two big A's up there. It's one with your avatar, and then there's one
Oh
with the
yeah, yeah, yeah. So the big A with the camera, that's my other phone. It's just the video. Is he? You know what I'm saying? And the other one I'm
right,
talking on.
right, right,
Yeah.
right. You've been spending a
Yeah,
lot of time with that dog. I seen that dog lay down a while ago and take you giving it a massage and everything. You done spent a lot of
yeah,
time with that dog, man.
yeah, yeah. I try to do that with all my dogs. So
Yeah,
I want to get another dog, which I'm getting another dog in the whole nine. But for me, like having a dog up to having the bond up to this point,
yeah,
now it's time to get another dog. You know what I'm saying? Because she's gonna help me with the next process per se. You
yeah.
know? Yeah,
I think
yeah, man.
that's something else key. A lot of people should realize, man. It don't
Yeah,
take you having a whole yard full of dogs, man.
nah,
Sometimes to enlighten your whole experience on a dog, sometimes you just need one dog and to raise that dog from a pup to 10 years old, and then after that you'll be a dog man. Or you'll be the beginnings of a good dog man. You know.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, because the journey one dog gonna take you from weaning it to a puppy to adult age or to his death. You're gonna get to see everything that you probably gonna get, everything that you need to see dealing with dogs. You know what I'm saying? If you taking care of it the right way. Or if you're not taking care of the right way, you still will be able to learn. You know what I'm saying? That's just with one dog. You don't have to have a yard full of dogs to do that. And I would say if you don't know enough, really most people don't know enough when you have a lot of dogs like that, you're really gonna end up hurting more than you helping until you really learn and know what's going on with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
yeah,
I
you
get
definitely
I
gonna
get
learn.
yeah, I get what you're saying though. Is in your case, it's definitely time for you to get expand your range with another dog.
Okay. A little better than to do that because that was too small. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
What y'all got planned for the day, fellas?
man. Working this dog. Got a whole bunch of other work to do, man. You know, every day of Monday. Yeah, yeah. Check it, girl. She missed it. Man, what's up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
about the same thing, man. I'm Mr. Stay out the way, man.
yeah,
I'm fucked up, man. I do my little daily duties and the rest of the day. Probably watch the playoffs and shit. I be waiting on this dog shit to come out, man. I'm fucked up,
yeah,
man. I be waiting on this dog shit like it's a job or it's school or
yeah,
something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Without a doubt. Yeah.
Hey,
Elevator,
big
what's up,
hey,
man?
big
Hey,
hey, how old is that? How old is that the dog?
uh, two and some change. I think she was born in February.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, February. Yeah, two and some change.
he look good, man.
Appreciate it. All, you know, it's I'm the owner of the dog. I own this dog, but I'm
Yeah.
not the creator, man. I gotta give a shout out to the old yellows and Apache Kennels and Ready Red, man. All three of them combined, man. Uh, sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, like I'm real good with dogs, but sometimes the dog make you look better than what you are, and she one of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
man.
I'm glad you said that too,
Yeah,
man. Uh, Again, some people don't know this, some people ain't, but this for the people who
yeah,
don't. When dealing with certain lines of dogs, man, you really got to be in shape. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You
yeah,
ain't
Oh,
going
tell 'em.
on certain lines of dogs. You're not going to be just to be able to handle this dog. The average walk, taking it from getting it off the chain to or getting it out the box, whatever you're doing, to walking it to putting it back up. You're gonna need
yeah,
to be in shape. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But you're
yeah,
not gonna be able to be a couch potato or a lazy handler dealing with certain lines of dogs. I'm just gonna say that.
yeah, yeah, man. Yep, yeah. But I can honestly say, man, yeah, I'm definitely good with dogs and spending time and stuff. But you run across dogs that really make you look better than what you are. She is. She
Yeah,
one of them. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said,
Yeah,
that's a testament and a shout out to the people who put it together. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, without a doubt. And like that's one thing. If this was NASCAR, I'm a driver. I'm the
Yeah,
driver you damn near want, for the basics and all that other stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not the tire. I can't change the tires like the click can. I can't.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good at
Yeah,
what
you
I
the
do.
driver. You the driver.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at the bitch. That's a female, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah, that bitch look
Yeah,
good,
man.
man. You definitely got you a specimen on your hand, man.
Yeah, man, I do. Shout out to Dre. And yeah, yeah, man. But the one thing that
Elaborate.
I can say, and I be telling Dre to toot your horn, Dre, but Dre so reserved is somebody thinks someone trying to come in. Who's that? Okay, elevate. Now, okay, so you got Saki, you got two of Saki's brothers. One of them is definitely smarter than Saki. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Michonne, you got M1's dog, you got Kazi, 601 had got a dog, and all of these dogs display the same kind of intelligence that Michonne has. It's just it's custom to the owner, whoever owns it, and how they do whatever they do. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying. So that's something I can say I've seen consistently. So yeah,
Okay.
So they're
Okay,
yeah,
then
versatile.
Shogun. I must say too. I gotta give a shout out to Drake because he posted that pig about the
yeah,
breed he did, and I went down through there and looked. I was looking at the dogs, but I didn't
yeah,
realize that was the same two puppies that he had raised up. And
yeah,
shit, Drake got a specimen too, man. Shout out Drake,
yeah,
man. Shit, he got
yeah,
it. It's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I dig what he doing. You know what I'm saying? I like the dogs
yeah.
too.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. And that's one thing about it. Like I know for a fact, I know my place. I
Oh,
know I can read a pedigree. I know all of these things, but that still doesn't mean I can necessarily put together a good solid breeding and be able to explain to you in detail why this breeding is happening this way. Although I can stand before in front of any dog and spend time with that dog, I can tell you, you know what I'm saying? I understand the dog. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah, I so
Well,
from that perspective, I can walk on a yard and pick the right dog. You know what I'm saying? But as far
well
as
then, well then,
huh,
guess what I'm gonna tell you, Mister
what's
Big
up?
A.
Yes, sir.
Trust your instinct
Instinct.
and your gut a little
Yeah.
bit more. I'm willing to say
Well,
that you can put together a dog. You just haven't
no,
did it.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Like I haven't gone through that experience as far as getting out there myself. I've had plenty of help. People will point me in the right direction, but is it mine? You know what I'm saying? Did I, you know what I'm saying, sit here from the ground up, draw this up, the whole thought process and finish it through? No, I need help, to a
Oh
certain
yeah.
extent. Because
Now,
for me,
now
huh? Hmm?
that's a little bit different thing than just breeding. Now going,
Yeah.
that's almost premeditated murder. You feel what I'm saying? When you when
Yeah.
you when you
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
going at it at that part, yeah, that is that
Yes.
is that is advanced though.
Yeah, because man, the thing about it is having patience, and I don't want to have to sit there and go through the process, the trial and error bit of it. If I could have had better guidance, or I could have been a little more patient with it. Because the
Right.
one thing I'm used, I mean, I would jump quick, and I learned. And, I'm older now, so I'm a little more reserved now. You
Right.
know, yeah, yeah, man. Mhm.
Supreme, what was that? What was that black thing you had up there, my boy?
Yeah,
Oh, that was little mama her ass. I was trying to find another clip of shit. Folks, she needs another
yeah,
clip, folks. Get your ass up there and get it. Oh, here
yeah,
you go, right here. Hold on. Put that back on screen.
yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Don't jump out there, girl.
Hey, Supreme.
What's up?
We gotta
Who
call
that?
out for the month of we gotta call out for the month of June.
What would that be, my brother?
Yeah,
Let's
what
do a
would that
mill
be?
race call out
Look at
on our
that bitch,
email.
man.
Huh?
Yeah.
Let's do an email race call out.
I ain't got no email. I gotta get another one.
Oh, that I thought that one worked.
Yeah, I tried to get it back to work.
Oh, I thought you did. Well, shit.
Shape it.
Look on Facebook Marketplace, man. People's always giving their meals away.
Yeah.
They really are. I've found 4 or 5 of them for free, and they all work.
Yeah.
I'm about to order me one of them flat meals like y'all
Hold
got though.
on, man. Hold on. Wait a minute. Who is that doing all that whining like that, man?
That's Supreme.
Okay.
Yeah. Out. Good girl.
Oh,
Out. Sit down. Sit. 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 Good. Speak. Sean, speak. Ah.
how that is, Supreme?
Speak.
It should be 5. Should be 5 in December.
Jackie.
You had
What
littles
day in
off of her?
December?
Nah, this will be my first time breeding. This will be my second attempt breeding her this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know why I asked that. Up. You look at the bitch till she didn't have two puppies in there.
Yeah.
You like that? She been doing that for many years, haven't she, Supreme?
Yeah. She rather be out here playing fetch. She play fetch. She'll do suicide playing fetch.
Sit.
She'll rather do that than walk.
Yeah.
Quit.
Sit. Good. Down. Good girl. Good. Good. Down.
I'm gonna get my little sand. I'm gonna build a sand floor building for training in
Yeah.
it. It'll probably have like 8 inches of sand in the bottom of it. I've already got
Yeah.
the building built. I just gotta clean it out really, really good. Like the ground,
Yeah.
I want to dig it up and till it up. That way, I know it's clean. And then I'm gonna put down a plastic layer and dump all that sand in there. And
Yeah.
that's one reason I've been saving the dog food bags. That's gonna be my plastic layer. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
cut them open and tape them, and that'll be my plastic layer. Put drain
Yeah.
holes in it,
Get your butt up there.
and
Get up there.
I'm gonna put my slap meal that I get in there in it. That's where I'm gonna put one in balance boxes like y'all got maybe, or
Yeah.
figure something out as far as balance
Get your
goes.
butt up there.
I've seen a table that
Yeah.
hangs in the center and they stand on it
Get up
that
there.
kind of balances. It's like a
Get up there.
flat platform that don't touch the ground and it's hanging and it's kind of more of a balance based thing. I might build one of them
Yeah. Sit. Sit.
because Jarvis he'd get up there, he'd
Sit.
sit like he'd do whatever I wanted him to do.
Yeah.
Rosewood,
Down.
that dog's phenomenal. So
Sit. Sit. Good. Down. Good girl. No. No. You better. No.
Stop.
Bitch fast too.
She like to cut everything up. She'll fetch it.
Fast.
She'll fetch it and bring it back. But as soon as she bring it back, before you get to it, she trying to rip that bitch to shreds.
Yeah. So sit. Good sit.
Look at her.
Down.
Fucking up.
Good girl.
Move, bro.
Hey, yo, Supreme.
Yes,
Speak.
sir.
Speak.
I'm
Speak. I said speak. Speak.
gonna give you something, man. You probably already know, but you say you finna breeder, you might be having puppies or something. You know what I'm saying? Your setup good, but on that spring,
Yeah.
you wanted a little
Get up
lower,
there.
and you want to put something on the end of it that invoke more of a full bite. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah, I
These
figured you already did though.
Get up there.
these these you know them crane straps, them 3,500 pound crane straps.
Uh-huh.
That's what these is.
Get it, girl. Come on.
That's something I gotta get is another Jolly Ball. Mine washed away in the flood. I thought about buying one
Yeah,
of them
man.
bite wedges with the two handles
Yeah,
where you can hang it. I thought about buying one of them. That provokes full mouth bite. That's what that tool's for.
yeah,
This is-
It's just
Look,
like a wedge, foam wedge they can bite on, and they
huh.
why you
never
being
feel
hot
like
headed?
that. If you're trying to provoke bite, you got to use a tool that they can't feel like they can get a full bite on ever. That'll make it where they try to get more of their mouth on it over and over and over.
Get up there. Huh.
And that wedge is good.
Yep.
Get up there.
Yeah, I had
Huh.
one a long time ago. I'd like to get me another one. It's
Get up
crazy.
there.
Like there's a lot. There's a
Get
lot
up
of
there.
tools you can use to provoke dogs doing certain
Get
things.
up there. Ready? Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie though, I'm gonna throw that treadmill away. Now,
Yeah,
as far as now, when I get ready to doing my extra activities in the larger part of the basement, and I clear up some of that space and make it a gym. Shit, I be seeing them little electric mills. Them motherfuckers be so
yeah,
cheap. Just build a box around it and put it in that box.
Yeah,
yeah,
get on Facebook Marketplace and don't get one of the ones where they walk. They're too slow. They're only like 5 mile an hour. They're too slow. You
yeah.
want
Oh
like a
shit, no, I'm
human
going.
meal.
I ain't gonna be a teenager buying the car for the first time.
Yeah,
Shake 'em.
yeah, because
Good.
I've seen people do that. They buy them ones that they walk on, and that they're just not fast enough.
Yeah.
A dog can run like 7 to 9 mile an hour,
Shake it, girl. Good shake.
and that's not
Yeah.
even full speed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
We're probably coming up close to the end now, ain't we?
Yep. Shake. Good shake, girl. Yeah, man. Yeah, we could go ahead and end it, man, because you know, shower time and men at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Stop. Shower time. Every time I hit the. Never mind. All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. But y'all know what it is. Supreme, what's up, bro?
So you catch me outside, goddamn it, Pace is
Yeah.
inside.
Shake it, girl. There you go.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Y'all know what the
Hey,
Pace is finna do tonight, man.
lose. But anyway, what's going on,
Uh,
Elevator? How y'all doing?
you can do your game breaker.
Nah, man. Hey, yeah, great game breaker. What's happening, bro? Where we? You know what I'm saying?
Hey Supreme, I think the Pacers gonna kill him off tonight too, my boy.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
as far as that next shit we got
Uh
coming,
huh.
this finna
Yeah,
be a shootout.
Yeah, I think y'all might
yeah.
be in trouble though. But
Come on.
man, y'all can only find me on here politicking with the politicians, man. You know what I'm
Out.
saying? That's what it is,
Yeah,
man. It's on the flow. You know, I'm living and learning every day.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man.
It's Elevate
Yeah,
Kennels. You can catch
man.
me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
Get it to Showdown Journal. I'm about to put the PDF link up on it on my Facebook for subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
If you're interested in one. Uh, Big things coming. The May Digital Dog Show. If you're not a member, what are you doing? It's only $1.
Yeah.
Uh, why the hell ain't you hit the like button yet? That's some hater shit. Uh,
Yeah.
Let me keep thinking. we all People can win free T-shirt. There's up to $600 in the Digital Dog Show pack.
Uh-huh.
I mean, get out here and compete. Be relevant.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's all I can say. Be relevant.
Shit, come on,
Yep.
bro. All
For
right, let
real,
that tape
man.
spin, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We out, man. We out. Hold on. I know, girl. Alright, we out.
Yeah. Beat drop slow, head not flow.
Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with Boogeyman, ghost in the chain, locked in the game, never moved for fame. Old mountain lions run deep in the flame. Socket brought the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then came Fat Boy, muscle in the frame. Man, hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but a bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, ran it straight through the rain. Red digit close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Socket from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes. Red alert taught us how to recognize signs. Blood heavy like a 2-ton chain. Everything proven, no need to explain. They asked what's in it, that yellow campaign. Built off real, we don't fake no strain. Second was the flame, Michonne lit the wick. If you know, then you know that line too slick. From the field to the show, every move so thick you can't blueprint this. It's the legacy pick. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die.